Hello, welcome back to BLENDERSUSHI live noding. In this episode, we're gonna take a look at a setup inside Sverchok where we can kind of create like an array kind of setup. We're not gonna make it too complicated, just like an array, you know, like a tower, and then we can build this kind of totem. And this totem is a kind of like a, you can say, kind of like installations. Sculpture or kind of like a symbolic design structure, and it's supposed to represent like some kind of tribes, and this is very interesting, actually useful for actually to understand kind of sequential order, and then yeah, but it's also a little bit like kind of like a building, but we are thinking about each element that's to build a totem, and some of them has wings, some of them has like a nose, head. I think the top one normally have a head, like a nose, and mostly wings. But anyway, let's just get started in Sverchok. So we know that in Blender Array you can easily make something like this, right? But I think the limitations is that it's only repeating the same objects. You can add the start cap and end cap for the top part and the bottom part, but the rest of them should be the same. But if you are using Sverchok, you're not limited to that, so you will see it real soon. So this is Sverchok Totem Basic. First of all, we're gonna create some elements that we can use, like a few of cube design. We can keep one cube, but for the rest of them, let's say I'm gonna design something real quick, just like let's say I make like a wing. I'm gonna do like quick extrusion and scale it in Y, and then scale it that way, and then scale it, extrude it again. So let's make it really quick like that. I can duplicate it to the other side, but I think just gonna duplicate, like do it manually. It's okay, it's not gonna be perfectly symmetrical, but I guess this should be okay. Extrude, extrude. So that's kind of looking like a wing. So that's the second design, and then we can have another one, and with this one, what can we do? Make like some kind of nose. Okay. Some kind of bird nose like that. Okay. I guess that should be enough for what we are doing. We can always add the elements as needed. But let's get started inside Sverchok and just grab these three guys using objects in, get selections, and it's gonna be the element for the totem. And first of all, we're gonna view it. Let's have a look. Okay, this is all the three totem together on top of each other. Now, how do we make kind of like a stack, like an array that's going up? That's the answer is just by using the matrix, of course, right? And normally with this, I tend to like to use line, because line can give you number of vertices and like a stepping as well. So it's kind of like automatically done for you. We don't want it to grow that way in X, so we need to reroute it. Vector rewire and X to Z. Now if we adjust it, I think it's stepping of 2, we should have our totem. Okay, so yeah, that's is that it, or we can do more? Apparently, of course, we can do more. Okay, we can continuously like generating the totem like this, or we can also kind of randomize it. There's this interesting thing in Sverchok. If you use like a list item on both the vertices and the polygon, if we are doing it correctly, we will be able to see some magic. Okay, we know that currently we have, okay, let's say we have 10 transformations, and then we have this guy, and we want to be able to kind of instance one of this guy, kind of randomly generating the sequence of the element of the totem. So how do we do this? Things we need to use level 1. Okay, I think that seems to be working. Now everything start to work. We just need to provide some kind of number, so I can use random number generator, and if we plug that in, we know that we're gonna get a different number, and we just need an integer between 0 and 2, because we only have like 3 objects. Okay, 3 objects and integer numbers. Random number generator between 0 and 2 will give you like 0, 1, 2, 1, 0, like in a random sequence. I'm gonna show you what's the result of this. See, 0, 1, 0, 1, 1, 2, 0, 2, 0, 0. Okay, that's the sequence of our totem at the moment. So that's simple enough. Depending how many we want. Currently we have 10, so we need 10, of course. So we need to keep this the same value, and now we can have that. We can easily randomize this at any time. So yeah, that's pretty much it actually. It's pretty simple, but perhaps you want to do a little bit more. Let me think what else we can do here. We can randomize the seed. We can turn this into a monad. A monad in Sverchok is like a kind of like a grouping of the whole thing, and then with a monad you can also kind of doing a little bit of vectorizations, even though it's kind of limited, but still it's still pretty cool, you know. We can try that. Save this, and we're gonna turn this into a monad. So for a monad, in this case, we're gonna keep these objects inside of the monad, but for the value, like this integer low height, the seed number, we can actually adjust it outside of the monad. So I'm gonna make a little bit of arrangement. The total integer height should match the total number of objects -1, so I'm gonna do that as well. Stethoscope, and it should be like this length, level 0, and then plug this into that guy. So we have this, the stepping. If you want to control the stepping, feel free to do that, and then the rotation actually will work as well if you really want it. With this going that, we can just do like a spin if you want. It's totally up to you. So if you want to spin it, and then if you want to use like range float, this will also work quite nicely for us. Something like that. The step can be like 90 degrees, so we have like this totem that goes in all 4 directions. The count will depend on this guy as well. Okay, that seems to be pretty good, pretty interesting. What else we can do here? Low, high. This is the seed, and this number can be random as well. So I guess we don't worry about the angle for now. This guy, seed. And how tall this guy is. Okay, all working. We just need to turn it into a monet once again. I'm gonna select all this guy, and then to do the monet, just create a monet from selected group. Shift Control G. Okay, Shift Control G. Now we are inside the monet. This guy is gonna give the output. Connect me. Okay, connect me to what? Okay, the seed, the size, and the seed. The size also control number of vertices. And this is the output. Connect me. If we go, let's go up and have a look. This is the monet without any kind of output. Let's call it totem. The output should be the viewer node. I guess we can use the viewer node. So that's 1, 2, and 3. Viewer draw 1 and 2 in the matrix. Oh, we actually don't need that. That can control the size and the seed. Okay, cool. That seems to work fine for us. Although the matrices seems to be, there's a little bit of number error there. I think 14, 14, 16. So let me check real quick. 14, 14. Random number generators. Integer low and high. Oh, okay, I forgot. This math should be, this should be like minus x minus 1. So now it's correct. 16, 16, 16. And with this guy, if we kind of baking it out, we're gonna get like 16 objects. We don't want that. We want this totem as a single object. So it's a good idea to kind of apply the matrix here. This guy and this guy. And also we kind of do a mesh join. So this connected that, this guy, the output can go over there, and with the matrix I have to just delete the matrix over here. Okay, now we should have our result. The totem, we can have a different size, and then the seed, and then what else? If we want now, if you have, we want to have like a multiple totem, we can do that. Just use a matrix in here, something like that, and then use a plain grid like this. I think this should actually work. Now we have how many? 9 different totem design. Maybe we want to use to have like different size and different seed. We can easily do that. If we turn on vectorize and split, hopefully this work. Random number generator into this guy, and then the seed. Okay, seed, our totem, and the seed can also be random, or maybe just use a range integer. And we have 9 of them, and this is also 9. Yeah, there you go. That's our totem design, and everything is procedural. You can easily randomize the seed if you like. That's the seed for the height, and then this is for that's for our elements to be randomized. Let's have 3 and 15, and then if you want you can have more, of course. 12 by 12, actually that's quite a big number, but it's cool. Maybe 7 by 7, 49, 49 different variations. So that's what we got now. Just use a matcat, ambient occlusion. If you like, we can bake it, and we have 49 different totem. I think I hit bake. Okay, there you go. 49 different totem being generated on the fly. Of course, this is just an example, a very simple example, or on how you want to design something like this. Like actually, each part of the totem is actually they are separate. So if I subdivide, you see each one of them is pretty much different elements. If you want it that way, that's fine. If you want to kind of merge them together, you can always go to edit mode and then kind of just remove double. You can also remove double in Sverchok, but that's totally up to you. So that's like more like a single objects. Okay, that's one way you can approach that as well. We can keep this guy. So let's move this. That's the basic idea of how you want to generate like a totem. At some point, I want to kind of thinking of like a system where we can generate like a robot. Okay, with a robot, you need to have head, and you need to have the bottom part, and you need to have arm. How many arms? 2 arms, or maybe more arms for like a multiple arms robots. I want to design some kind of setup. It's not like a one question or one problem with a single answer. There's like a lots of answers. This is just one, one example you can approach it. But the totem is really the basic on how you can create something like this. So yeah, so hopefully this is useful. If you have any question, suggestion, just let me know down below, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks again for tuning in.